Testing one. Okay. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Can I do a quick sound check? If you can hear me, type clear, right? So that I can know that you can hear me. I can see Zach Airy in the comment section. Hello, how are you? If you can hear me, type clear. Just doing a sound check. Okay, thank you, Iqbal, Zachary. You can hear. Okay, that's good. That's good. Whoa, more people coming in. All right, just want to make sure that the audio is clear, just for the others as well. Okay, the audio is one of the most important thing when you give talks, because even if the video is a bit blur, but if the audio is clear, it's gonna be a good talk. All right, Asia type, good afternoon. Right, thank you. Alex, Mary, In Kyung Chu, sound is good. Okay, so sound check, pass. So thank you for the responses. And for first timers, I don't know because I see new names. My name is Afnan and I am one of the analysts at F1 Academy of Technical Analysis. So for today's talk, it will be very suitable for you guys because it will be more educational. And please do your best to keep up with the talk because this time it will be more interactive. So I will need you to answer certain questions during the talk. Okay, so you stick close with the comment section. And as usual, stick with me until the end during the Q&A session if you want me to answer your questions. Okay, Mui Eng, sorry, wrong emoji. If you give me a smiley, that'll be good. Okay, so let's begin. Just to let you all know, these are the other upcoming TA talks for the month. So today is November 7th, which we will talk about Ichimoku. And then the rest will be on November 14th, 21st, and 28th. And these are the topics: Relative Strength Index, RSI, chart patterns, and Japanese candlestick. Okay, so before I begin, I have to read out to you this disclaimer. This talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speakers or his staff may have positions in some of these stocks. Okay, so for today's talk content, okay, it will look long, but it's not that heavy, don't worry. First, we're gonna have a quick look. First, look at the Ichimoku chart to know, what is Ichimoku? And then a quick recap on moving averages. This was the past few talks. It's somewhat related, so I have to recap on this. Then we will go to the actual highlight for today, Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. And then from there, you'll understand the components of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, what the components do, okay, the key components, and how to trade with those components and Ichimoku itself. And then we will go to SI Station to look at a few stocks with the Ichimoku system applied to it. And then we'll have just a bit of exercises. You have to answer a few questions. So make sure what I teach you here, you remember and you understand. It's just a light exercise. Then for whatever questions you may have, whether it's about Ichimoku or technical analysis in general, you can ask me. Okay, so let's begin. Here's the first look at the Ichimoku chart. All right, it's very colorful. You can see these are the candlesticks that most of you know already. But with the Ichimoku, you'll have all these colorful patterns here. Green, red, all right? And then this line here, the orange line, and also the red and green line. So all this together is what makes up Ichimoku. Here is another example. You can see Japanese candlestick inside. Along with it are other indicators. Okay, the components of Ichimoku. So those of you who have been wondering what is Ichimoku, what to expect, all right, I already mentioned, this is how it looks like. And before we get further into that, a quick recap. Here's a quick recap on the moving averages and why it's related. So what is moving average, or MA in short? It's a simple technical analysis tool that smooths out price data. Okay? And then it averages a certain number of price data to create a smooth line on the price chart. So we know that price, most like that, are very erratic. But with the moving average, it can smooth out the data, okay, making a smooth line, a smooth curve. And then with the moving average, what can it do? Well, it can identify the direction of trend, trigger buy and sell signals. It also acts as moving supports or resistances. So here we have an example of a moving average. Now, there are a few types of moving averages. This is the most basic one. It's called simple moving average. So you see this is the line, this is the price moving up and down, up and down. It may be difficult for one to determine, hey, what trend is this? Okay, so that's why they use moving average. So the rule for moving average is, the red line here is the simple moving average. So if price is above the moving average, it means trend is bullish. And when price is below the moving average, it means the trend is bearish. This is the most basic interpretation of a moving average. All right, so while this is a simple moving average, the next one here is what we call exponential moving average. All right, you can see the difference between the two just slightly. The shape's a bit different because they have different sensitivity. For exponential moving average, it is more sensitive. It reacts faster to the more recent data. But although they are being different type and they have different sensitivity, the rule is the same. If price is above the moving average, it is bullish. If it's below, it is bearish. Now, same goes with the weighted moving average. All right. So if I were to put all these moving averages together, then you can see the differences. Okay, so the red one is the simple moving average, dark blue is the exponential, and the orange one is the weighted moving average. So if you look closely here, I think I can zoom in. All right. Okay, so just focus on the center part here. I don't think you can see my cursor, so I'll just drag it around. When you see price is rallying, most of the time, the red line, simple moving average, is the last one, is at the bottom because it is the most lagging or slowest. All right, while the other two, they are more sensitive. Even this one, at the turning point, the simple moving average turns down the last, while the other two, exponential and weighted moving average, turn down faster than the simple moving average. All right, so those are the differences. It's basically their sensitivity. So when it's lagging, it is slower, but also it is less prone to false signals. While the ones that are more sensitive, while they are faster, they can be prone to whipsaws or false signals. Okay, so that's the story about the different types of moving average. Now, after understanding this, you have to also understand that moving average you can add to and becomes a dual moving average. So dual moving average, when you set this, is already a trading system. It's just that you have to decide, play around what parameters you want to use and which type to use. Here's an example. So these two are simple moving averages with the parameter of 30 days and 50 days. So regardless of whatever parameter you use, how many days, you have to backtest and see which one you are comfortable with, and then you stick to it. And the technical analysis rule for dual moving average is there is a buy signal when the faster moving average crosses above the slower moving average. Faster moving average here is referring to the moving average with a lower period. For example, in this example, it is 30 days and 50 days moving average. So the faster one is the lower number, which is the 30 day. In this case, the 30 days is the red line, the 50 days is the blue line. So when the 30 days cross above the 50 days, that is a buy signal according to this dual moving average. So where do you sell? You can sell at target, or you can follow back the sell signal from this system. So the rule here is sell when the faster moving average crosses below the slower moving average. All right, so that will be over here. So based on this example, there was a buy signal over here. Okay, and if you're to stick to it, you can see a few times price cross below the moving average. All right, that would cause whipsaw. But if you were to stick to dual moving average concept, it will save you from all this whipsaw because the dual moving average hasn't crossed over. So that means you would keep it from here up until over here. So just from this simple system, you could make profit of 1 ringgit and 99 cents or 145% return, but in 328 days. So it's quite long. So this is the concept of moving average. It is trend following. It is lagging, but it lets your profits run. Okay, if the trend is strong and you are in the right trend. So after understanding the moving average, how it works, that it is lagging and so on, and the concept of price being above the line is bullish, price being below the line is bearish, and also the dual moving average crossover. Now we can move on to Ichimoku. So the full name is called Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, but for short, people just call it Ichimoku. So what is Ichimoku Kinko Hyo? Now listen carefully. It is a technical indicator that uses 4 components to give more insights in a single chart. Okay, you can also say that it's a system. It's a stand-alone trading system, meaning you can use Ichimoku alone without any other indicators as a trading system. Then it is also a trend following trading system. So just like the moving average, when price is uptrending, all right, it can help you to stick with the trend until there is a sell signal in terms of a trend change. That's what Ichimoku can do, just like moving average. Now, just for your knowledge, it was developed by Goichi Hosoda, designed in the late 1930s. But it was published and introduced to the Western, to the world in 1960. It was published and introduced in 1968, but came to the Western world in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Okay, so now here are the 4 components of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. So remember what I said earlier, keep up the talk as closely as you can. I will ask some questions later. I'm giving you hints already. So the 4 components of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo are Tenkan, which is the conversion line. You just have to understand that it is like a moving average, but shorter term in nature. After Tenkan, we have Kijun, the baseline. It's also short term, but it's less sensitive and more lagging than Tenkan. Then we have Chikou, which is the lagging span. So this one is used to confirm the trend of the price, whether it's bullish or bearish. And then last, we have the Kumo cloud, which is longer term in nature. So these are the four components. Now, if you look over here, I think it would be slightly easier now to understand what is going on. So Tenkan, in this example, is the red line over here. Okay, so that's the conversion line, the fastest component, followed by Kijun, the green line here. All right, so far so good. Next is the Chico line. Okay, so it's over here. It's very obvious. You can see that it's the one that stands out the most. All right, and then last is the Kumo. You see something like a cloud, that's Kumo. And in fact, Kumo means cloud. So these are the four components of Ichimoku. So what are the key concepts of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo? So here are the some key concepts. It shows the current trend, support, and resistance. Okay, sounds like a moving average. But it also, Ichimoku alone, it has a dual moving average crossover concept inside it. And then from this system as well, you can do support and resistance way of trading. Ichimoku can help you with that. And not just that, from Ichimoku, especially the cloud, it can give you a directional view or more insight what is going on. If it's bullish, is it currently doing a pullback? Is it consolidating or continue climbing? This is what we call insight. So those insights are what Ichimoku can tell you, which the moving average may not be able to. Okay, so also understand these are the weaknesses and strength of Ichimoku. It's very similar to a moving average. So for the strength, of course, if it's a trend following system, it works best in a trending market, just like the moving average. So it allows traders to cut their losses short and let their profits run. For the weakness, just like the moving average, it's not good for sideways market because it tends to whipsaw. And it can be too lagging for sharp trend. For example, in a 45-degree trend, this is okay. But if price suddenly goes very sharp, 60 degrees, 70 degree, then it will be too lagging. And it's the same as the moving average. For this, we have to use other techniques like using reversal Japanese candlestick pattern, which is for another time. All right, so I hope you can still keep up with me. Those are the components of Ichimoku, strength and weakness. Now, here are the basic ideas on how to trade with the Ichimoku components. So the first one, we look at Kijun. So think of Kijun as a single moving average. Meaning, if price is above Kijun, it's bullish, then you can buy. And if price is below Kijun, it is bearish, and then you can sell. So looking at this chart, ignoring all other components first, we just look at Kijun, the green line, right? So what's the rule here? If price is above Kijun, okay, like over here, then we buy. And then we sell when price is below Kijun. In this case, okay, there was a whipsaw. But if you do it again, okay, price above Kijun, let me repeat, price is above Kijun here, you can buy. You may encounter whipsaw in the beginning, but when it works, when the trend is successful, like over here, you can see price starts to trend at one point. So using Kijun is one of the ways for you to generate buy and sell signal. Okay, this is for the buying part. And for the selling part, when price is below Kijun, Okay, you sell, and then you can see price goes down and down. All right, it went up one time, then went down again. And here is when price crosses below Kijun, another sell signal. Now remember, Kijun is just one of the ways, and using it alone is short-term in nature. So other ways is to use Tenkan and Kijun as a crossover technique. Just like the dual moving average, when Tenkan, because it's faster, when Tenkan crosses above Kijun, it's the buy, and when Tenkan crosses below Kijun, it's a sell. Okay, so we look over here. This is where the Tenkan crosses above Kijun. All right, you can buy, it may whipsaw one time, but then when a new signal is generated and it's successful, you'll be able to let your profits run all the way here. All right, so in a downtrend also, it's the same concept. When Tenkan crosses below Kijun, it is a sell signal. Okay, such as over here, and over here, another sell signal. Okay, it's generated by the Tenkan and the Kijun crossover. So this is just one way of using the components of Ichimoku. Oh, and if you look over here, at one point, it starts to cross above Kijun again, then you can be ready. But again, remember, Tenkan and Kijun are shorter term in nature. There's a reason why for Ichimoku, if you want to get the best outcome, you have to use all the components together. So these are on Tenkan and Kijun. Now here's how to use Chikou, confirming the trend with Chikou. So Chikou, not going to get into the whole formula of Ichimoku, but for Chikou it's very simple. It is the closing price, current one, and you push it back to 26 days behind. So over here you can see this line here is representing the closing price on this candle, and it's been pushed back to 26 days or 26 candles behind. Okay, so for Chikou, you have to look where the Chikou is, and then you look vertically. Okay, you look up and down vertically. So if you look vertically, is price of, if is a Chikou above price? Okay, if yes, meaning Chikou is confirming the bullish trend. But if Chikou is down here, okay, down here below price, at this point, Chikou was confirming the bearish trend. Okay, so this is the past. We look at the more recent one based on this example. So based on this chart, this was the latest one, price data. So if we were to open this chart and turn on Ichimoku, and we see this, Chikou is above price. So that means it is confirming the bullish trend. Now let's look at it again in another chart. So remember, Chikou is the closing price of 26 days ago. And if we look here, over here at this point in time, Chikou is above price. Okay, so from here, it's indicating that Chikou is confirming the trend. Okay, so you have Tenkan and Kijun. You can also use Kijun alone. And you have Chikou to help you to confirm the trend in case if you find Tenkan and Kijun to be too sensitive and tend to whipsaw. Okay, so I hope all is clear. Now for a while, we will go to SI station, so that's easy for me to show you more of Ichimoku. Okay, I hope you can see my chart here. It should be SI station. Type 1 if you can see. type 1 in the comment section if you can see my SI station. All right, can you see? Okay, thank you, Zach and Nisha, for responding. Okay, so far we've known how to look at Tenkan, Kijun, Tenkan and Kijun crossover, and Chikou as well. Okay, so for Kumo, just to share with you a bit. So this is just for education. Okay, for Kumo, think of it as a strong moving support or resistance. Okay, so meaning if price is above the cloud, based on Ichimoku, it is a buy signal. Okay, such as over here. So the Ichimoku, you can change the settings, whether you want to make it same color or make it change from red to green and so on. Okay, so in this case, it's been changed to 2 colors. So over here, this Kumo is representing moving resistance. And the thicker it is, the stronger the resistance. And since it's a resistance, what do we know about resistance? If price exceeds resistance, that means price is bullish and it's a buy signal. So in this example, if you look here, around this time, price broke out of the cloud. So Kumo, as I mentioned, it is longer term in nature. So right now it's bullish based on Kumo. Now, Ichimoku, to get the best outcome, as I said, you have to use all 4 components together. They work in harmony. So right now we see price is above Kumo. Okay, so that's good. What about other of its components? Let's see. In terms of Tenkan and Kijun crossover, currently Tenkan is above Kijun. Okay. What about Chikou? So Chikou is currently here. If we look vertically, Chikou is above price, which confirms the bullish trend. Okay. So with this, imagine you don't have Ichimoku here. You only have this. It may be difficult to see and evaluate what's the trend right now. Okay. So Ichimoku is just a tool to help you to do that, just like a moving average. Okay. So this is plain chart. If you turn on Ichimoku, then you'll have a clearer view. The full name of it is something to do with one glance and then you know it, something like that. So that's what Ichimoku does. It helps you to give you insights and how price is doing at one glance just by looking at the components. The Tenkan, Kijun, Chikou, and the Kumo cloud. Okay. Let me zoom in the chart a bit. Okay, for Izudin. Okay, if my screen is blur, the video quality is related to your internet speed. If you are having trouble with the connection speed, then it will look blur. If your speed is fast, then it will be clear. But it's okay, let me zoom in to help you to see if it's better. Okay, so again, once this zoom in, I'll explain it again. So Ichimoku helps, it's a tool to help traders to know how a stock is doing or any instrument, how it's doing, just by having a quick glance at its components. The Kumo, okay, the faster one, the Tenkan, then Kijun, and then Chikou, and then Kumo. All right. So again, as I mentioned just now, without it, it may be difficult to know, hey, is this bullish or bearish? So with Ichimoku, it's easier to know how it's doing. Okay. So another example, let me just pick one. Okay, Care Plus. Let's see. Okay, so for Care Plus as well, you can see price is above the Kumo cloud. It's a breakout of the cloud. Tenkan's above Kijun. Okay, Chico is also above price. It's confirming the bullish trend. So Ichimoku, as I said, it works best in a trending market. When the market is trending or when the stock is trending, it will be very, very helpful. So just look at the past, okay, how it helps people, traders to stay safe, stay away from stocks that are going down. Okay, so when price was still in a downtrend, the Kumo stays red color and price stays below it. Let me look at other examples. Let's see. Okay, just like this one over here. All right, so there's a breakout of the Kumo cloud, and then it was confirmed with the Tenkan and Kijun, as well as the Chico being above price. Okay, it confirms the bullish trend. Now over here is a bit tricky because this is a sideways market. And just like I mentioned, in a sideways market, it doesn't work so well, just like a moving average, because it is a trend following system. But when it starts to trend again, that's when it becomes helpful once more. All right, so that is Ichimoku. So going back to this, okay, going back to my slide. All right, so I'm going to show you just a bit of exercises. So stick close to your comment section. If you can see my slides again, type 1. Goon Hong. Okay, if anyone who are seeing a blur screen chart or PowerPoint, all right, it's due to your internet connection speed. If it's slow, you can still see the live, but the video will be blurred. That's it testing. Yeah, hold on guys, just doing a quick check. If you can still hear me and see my screen with my laser pointing, press 2. Press 2 if you can still see my laser pointer moving. Test. Okay, I think connection's back. Again, if anyone can hear me and see my laser pointer moving, comment 2. All right, thank you, Iqbal. Thank you, Mary. And the rest? Nisha, Anissa. Thank you. Asia, type. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's resume back to the PowerPoint. So here is the smart exercise. You just have to answer the questions, okay, correctly. But your answer, you put it in the comment section. So, and then you name the components, number your answers accordingly. Okay. So here goes. So before I reveal the answer, okay, I'll give you guys around 1 minute to answer. So name all the 4 components of Ichimoku here in the comment section. Okay, so around 1 minute. Go. Okay. Name all the 4 components. It's okay if you get it wrong, just try. All right, time's almost up. Three, two, one. Okay. So let me see the answers from you guys. From Aizuddin, okay, number 1 is Tenkan, okay, correct. Kek Lai Chuan, Tenkan, Kijun, Chico, Kumo, okay. Asia, number 3 is Chico, 4 is Kumo, 2 is Kijun, 1 is Tenkan. Okay, Aizuddin resent his answers. Tenkan, number 1, Kijun, number 2, 3 is Chico, 4 is Cloud. Okay, Aslina, Tenkan, Kijun, is Chico, okay, then Kumo. From Zach, okay, Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, Chico Sen, Kumo Cloud. From the names, I can see who are familiar with Ichimoku, okay, from the answers you give. All right, so good job, guys. I can see that most of you understood, okay, the content. So yes, first is Tenkan, second is Kijun, number 3 is Chico, and number 4 is Kumo. All right, so just one more here. Over here, let me zoom in. So here, between the Tenkan and Kijun, is it a bullish or bearish crossover? I'll give you guys 30 seconds to type your answer in the comment section. Okay, go. I can see answers coming in. Okay, from Aizuddin, Tan Yen Kwang. Okay, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's take a look at the answer. So Aizuddin answered bullish crossover. Tan Yen Kwang says bullish cross. Zach, bullish. Kong Chengyat, bullish. Asia Tai, bullish. Aslina, bullish. Iqbal, bullish. And Ng Kyong Chu, bullish. Okay, so you guys understand Ichimoku and the crossover concept. Okay, because some of the challenges here for newbies is that they cannot tell which is Tenkan or Kijun, but you guys were able to. So good job. Okay, so that's just some techniques, simple one for Ichimoku. You know, if you learn Ichimoku more in depth, you will know that there are other advanced techniques in Ichimoku. All right, such as projecting target. We have this technique called V projection or N projection or E projection. And then also the shape of the Kumo cloud can actually tell you something. These are the insights. Whether it's a pullback is occurring, instead of looking at the candle, you look at the Kumo cloud, the shape. It can tell you whether price is pulling back, consolidating, or resuming its rally, and so on. Or even if a reversal is likely to occur in the near future. And then this is something more advanced, Fibonacci time projection with Ichimoku. And of course, support and resistance concept from the Kumo cloud as well. Like I mentioned just now, Kumo acts as a moving support or resistance. It can tell you whether it is strong support, strong resistance, or a weak one. So before the Q&A session, if you want to know more about Ichimoku, okay, and other things in technical analysis, you can join our PCFTA. Just now, Ichimoku, what you've learned is just a tiny bit of one module from the 13 here. So in the PCFTA, we have Introduction to Technical Analysis, Chart Pattern Analysis, Moving Average. All this is very, very complete. All right? Technical indicators and oscillators. This is where you learn a lot of indicators and oscillators like RSI, stochastic, and so on. All right? Advanced candlestick charting. Candlestick patterns are mostly for reversal, but there are a few continuation ones. In case if you didn't know, we also have the Elliott wave principles, right? Gun theory. We learn about time cycle. You can also learn cryptocurrency and money management in the PCFTA. And then this, we have Heikin-Ashi, market profile, Kagirenko, three-line break, and multiple time frame is taught here as well. Number 11, maybe you've heard of this, point and figure charts. And just now, what you learned was the Ichimoku, but just a small portion of it. And lastly, we prepare students to take the prestigious STA UK exam, all right, to get these two titles. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit about my trading journey. So in 2016, I entered university and I also started trading. So from 2016 to 2017, I started off with fundamental analysis. I just followed my dad, followed news and so on. It was all this 2 years straight. It's just self-learn, attended free seminars and so on. Okay, so in the beginning, yes, it was great. But at one point, self-learning couldn't help me to push through further. I was stuck, okay, for 2 years. So that's when I decided to join F1 Academy. I took the PCFTA course. I was from the 19th intake. And this is all while I was still in my university doing my degree. So in 2019, I took the exam and passed, all right? Then I got the MSTA UK and CFTe title. And 2020 only, I finished my university and joined F1 Academy. And until now, I'm still here and I also became a marketing representative under UOB Kay Hian. All right. So, just like most of the experts out there, I started off with little to zero knowledge in trading. This is my process. It took me years and years to practice and learn to become better in trading and technical analysis. So I was doing this while doing my degree as well. PCFTA course was just 3 months, but my university, my foundation and degree, it took me 70,000 ringgit and also 4 years to finish. So I spent that much, of course, with PT, PTN here, okay, to complete my degree. Then I got my Bachelor's of Business Management. But for PCFTA, instead of 4 years, it's only 3 months. And it's not 70,000, it's just around 16,000 ringgit. And for the PCFTA, our intake is only twice per year. So the next one is in January 2023. So a little bit of history, we are the top school in technical analysis in Malaysia. We have excellent track record. We scored 6 out of 10 distinctions in paper 1 for the latest exam intake. And then also, we scored 2 distinctions out of 3 worldwide in the latest exam intake. So this PCFTA course is an intensive course that runs for 3 months. All right, and it's jointly it's between F1 Academy and Asia Metropolitan University, or AMU, an accredited university. Okay, so once again, here are the 5 reasons why you should join our PCFTA course. As for me, this was very good. So some of us, we want to improve our trading skill as a trader, investor, or to become a fund manager one day. So the 13 modules that was designed to meet world-class standards, okay, are complete. And it's not only about moving averages, but also many of other techniques and indicators. Okay, so this overall will help you to improve your trading skills and help in your future career. And number 2, like I said earlier, we prepare students for the exams. And once you pass, you will get the Diploma in Technical Analysis from the renowned societies of STA from UK and a certified financial technician from USA. Other than that, when you have these 2 titles, okay, you'll be in high demand from these companies. And in case if you didn't notice, a lot of remisers and brokers in Malaysia, they have this MSTA UK and CFTe US titles beside their names. These 2 are the go-to qualifications in technical analysis. So if you want to be like them, you have to get these 2 qualifications. Okay? And number 4, well, if you want to teach technical analysis in university, college, or start up your own academy, this is the go-to place. And lastly, if you want to be a famous author, okay, who wants to be remembered, okay, just like Mr. Fred, he wrote a few books and they are selling like hotcakes in popular bookstore. All right, then you will need the right knowledge before you write those books. Okay, but then again, why do you need to learn from us specifically? Well, here is our the track record I mentioned. So we have 6 distinctions for paper 1. Okay, out of the 10 students who passed the STA UK exam. So if you join us, you'll be in good hands. You'll be assured that you'll be in good hands with the right guidance to help you both have practical knowledge in technical analysis and also to stand a good chance to score and pass and score distinction in the exam. Okay, so the top here, these are those with distinctions in paper 2. This is for the whole world. In the whole world, that time, only 3 students got distinction. Two of them, Jordi and Neo, they scored distinctions, and they are from our academy. And so the PCFTA not only teach you academic knowledge, but also practical knowledge. And at the same time, while you get these two knowledge, you'll also be preparing yourself to sit for the prestigious exam. So you just need to take one exam, paper 1 and paper 2 of the STA UK exam. If you pass, you will get the MSTA UK title. For this, you don't have to take any more exam. You just have to pay some admin fee to the International Federation of Technical Analysts to get this title. Okay, why they allow that? Because that body recognizes the certificate from STA UK. It's that high. It's that gold standard. All right. Then with that, you'll be in good hands. These companies, or if you're talking about Malaysia, you can be in Malaysian brokers like Kenanga, UOB Kay Hian, and so on. And two of our past students are actually working with UOB Kay Hian. Recently one in M+. They are in high demand. So if you're interested, you can hurry up and register. These are the numbers to contact, and you can tell us that you are interested to register for the PCFTA course. Next intake is in January 2023. Make sure to reserve your seat. All right. So thank you. And now for the Q&A session. Does anyone have any questions regarding today's topic or technical analysis in general, or even the PCFTA course? From Aizuddin, Bang, which time span best for Ichimoku? Can be used for intraday chart, which is faster. Okay, Ichimoku is best to be used on daily chart, okay, daily time frame. In speaking of intraday chart, personally, I've never tried it on intraday chart with Ichimoku because Ichimoku is lagging. That's one. Although it's similar to the moving average, but it is the application is not entirely the same. Okay, so best is still daily chart. All right, any other questions? And a little bit about Ichimoku is that okay, now we know that it is lagging, but it's trend following. All right, so and it works best in when you use daily chart with it. Okay, and with the Ichimoku, not only gives you signals like the moving average, but the insights it can give you that the moving average cannot is like if price is pulling back, all right, or consolidating, moving average may not be able to tell you. For this, with the moving average, you have to look at the price instead. But with Kumo, in the Ichimoku, you just look at the cloud. You look at the shape. Is it going flat, expanding, contracting, or moving parallel? This all will be taught in the PCFTA. It will be taught by someone, a lecturer from Singapore. All right, he's an expert in Ichimoku. You can learn all from him. From Zach, the installment can be up to 24 months. What if I don't have credit card but only debit card? Okay, for this, can you contact the team, the number here, and then let us know, and our team will assist you from there and to give you more information. All right. Any other questions regarding Ichimoku or technical analysis? Another thing that I like about Ichimoku is it's a standalone trading system, which means you can use that without any other indicators, and it's a common system. So which means whatever charting platforms you use, most of the trading platforms should have Ichimoku inside them. Okay, it is not like it's only exclusive to this user or this platform or what. It's common, it's open, anyone can use it. So just find Ichimoku in the indicator list in your charting platform. If you have it, you can turn it on, then you can use it. But of course, you have to know how to use. From Nur Iman, hi Afnan, can you comment based on Ichimoku for Synergen and SFPTech? Thank you. All right, let me switch to my SI station. We start off with Synergen first. If you know the formula of Ichimoku, then you will know that it needs a lot of price data in order to come up with the information from the components. Let's see if Synergen is enough or not. Okay, and in case if it's still blurred to anyone out there due to slow internet connection speed, I'll zoom in. I hope this is zoomed enough. Okay. All right, let's ignore the part here. We look at the part where where all the components can show up already, like the Kumo, Chico, and so on here. Okay, so around this part. So here, the most obvious thing will be where price is at relatively to the Kumo cloud. All right, so as I mentioned, if price is above Kumo, it's still bullish. Below Kumo, it is bearish. But if it's inside Kumo, like over here, then it is neutral. In terms of Chico, it's already below price. So Chico says bearish. But with the price being neutral inside the Kumo cloud, then you can say it is currently neutral with bearish bias. And if we also look at the Tenkan and Kijun, I prefer the crossover. The latest crossover is the bearish one. All right. So with all this combined, okay, we can say it's neutral with bearish bias. But also understand, Ichimoku is trend following. All these comments, bullish, bearish, neutral, is in terms of trend. Okay. So that's for Synergen. Next is SFP Tech. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so for SFP Tech, you can see in terms of the price and Kumo, it's above Kumo. Okay, still bullish. All right, but what about the other components? Chico is here. If you can see, maybe I zoom in just a bit more. Okay, this is Chico. So Chico is currently below price. So based on Chico, the lagging span, it says bearish. So what about Tenkan and Kijun? Okay. So over here, Tenkan is above Kijun. So we have like a mixed signal here. So the candle here, after touching the Kumo, it bounced up and it's above the Kumo. Okay, let's call it bullish. Chico is below price, so let's call it bearish. Tenkan and Kijun, the crossover. The latest one is a bullish crossover. So here, just by looking at the components, you can say that in terms of trend, SFP Tech is currently neutral or sideways. All right. So that's how the name Ichimoku Kinko Hyo came about. just by one glance tells you the picture of what's going on. All right. Next we have price in Kumo Synergen. Synergen, the price was in Kumo, so neutral. But based on other of its components, it is saying bearish, so you can say neutral with bearish bias. From Kong Cheng Yat, can comment on plantation sectors using Ichimoku. Okay, maybe you mean on the index. Let's take a look. Seeing how Ichimoku is very, very trend following and lagging, is very suitable for busy people who don't like to look at charts too often. Okay, they just want to follow trends, and when there is a trend, they want it to be a long one. Okay, so Ichimoku is one of those systems that can help this kind of traders. Okay, so this is the plantation index. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, now I'll zoom back in. So let's just look at the recent data. Currently, price is inside the Kumo cloud, which means neutral. Chico is slightly above price, which means bullish. Tenkan is above Kijun, bullish. All right. So you can, one way to interpret this is as neutral with bullish bias. Okay. You can say that it's also just starting to gain momentum. Now let me give you one trick over here. Other than Chico being above price, you can also get stronger confirmation by looking at if Chico is above the Kumo or not. Okay, for example, let me scroll back. Okay, so Kumo above price, this is the basic idea. Slightly more advanced is you want to have Chico to be above the Kumo as well. So from that point, you can say that, okay, the trend is coming in strongly. So there's a lot of ways to do confirmation with Ichimoku, okay, like the Chico. So let's say you were to look for this confirmation as well in the current data. Right now, Chico is above price but below the Kumo cloud. Okay, so it depends what kind of confirmation or signal you like, then you choose. But if we go back to the basic, price inside Kumo, neutral, Chico above price, bullish, Tenkan above Kijun, bullish. Okay. But for trend followers, I would suggest, put a lot of emphasis on the Kumo as well, because Kumo is longer term in nature. Okay, let the Kumo tell you price is bullish first. All right, anything else regarding Ichimoku, today's talk, or anything else? All right, I think I can give another 5 minutes for anyone who want to put in their questions last minute. Meanwhile, while waiting, I think I can look at other stocks. Let's see. All right, for Kosan, based on Ichimoku, price is inside the cloud, neutral. Chico is above price but below cloud, okay, but it's gaining strength recently. Tenkan is above Kijun, all right. So we just need a firm price to firmly stay above the Kumo cloud. And best if the Chico can be above the cloud as well. Other than that, Is there anything other thing interesting recently? Let's see. Maybe we can look at here. Okay, let me clear the drawing a bit. So this period where it's going sideways, ranging market, that's when whipsaw tends to happen. Even if you use a moving average, it will happen because it's lagging and it's trend following. So this one already whipsaw. What about now? Okay. The difference here between this and this is that when price was here, Chico was still below the Kumo. But now over here, Chico is now above the Kumo as well as is above price. So right now, in terms of Ichimoku, if you look at the Kumo, price is above Kumo, bullish. Chico says bullish as well. Tenkan and Kijun crossover says bullish. The shape of the Kumo cloud is suggesting consolidation. Okay, how to know that? You have to join the PCFTA and learn from the Sifu himself. Okay, a few minutes left. Any other questions? What does the advanced cloud ahead means? Suggesting market will be up, down for the next 52 sessions. Okay. I guess you know Ichimoku formula a bit, right? You mentioned the 52 sessions. Okay. Just to share with you, the cloud here, uh, they're based on past data but pushed forward. Okay. And then in relation to the price now, the current Kumo cloud can act as the current resistance or support. Okay, so meaning right now, of course, we cannot use this as a support or resistance because price is here. But in the future, as price develops and reaches here, this area can be a support area or resistance, seeing where's the price and where's the Kumo cloud. All right. And regarding suggesting market up or down in the next 52 sessions, not exactly. The color of the cloud, yes, it can give you an insight. For example, if it's green, that means it's bullish, red is bearish, quite straightforward. But the shape of it tells us that at the present moment, it is consolidating. Okay? So in short, the Kumo cloud being pushed ahead is just potential support and resistance areas or levels that you can use in the future. So that will take a while for price to develop and reach this level, reach this day. All right, there's a good question from Aizuddin. I think you're very interested in Ichimoku. Just like me, when I joined the PCFTA, at first I was really interested in the oscillators analysis because there are tons of indicators I've never heard of. Then when we reached Ichimoku, then it was a very unique thing for me because at that time I've never seen any indicators or system that have this concept where they push certain data forward, okay, to be used as future potential support or resistance. It's a very, very interesting topic. Ichimoku will take one whole day or 2 days to teach. It's a very, very long subject. Okay, any other questions? I think I can open up to one last question. Whether it's regarding Ichimoku, technical analysis, or the PCFTA. All right, any questions? Few minutes left. Meanwhile, while waiting, I'll look at other stocks. How about Tafi? Okay, Tafi is a good one, if you can see. All this while has been bearish over here. This is nice. When the market is trending, that is when Ichimoku is most useful. So over here, price broke out above the Kumo cloud. Shortly after that, Chico went above cloud. Tenkan and Kijun are also bullish in terms of their crossover. Then you can see price is rallying. So if you combine all these four components together, it can help you to avoid whipsaws, like single moving average. If price goes above the moving average, it's already a signal. Okay, but with Ichimoku, there's a lot of confirmation from the Kumo, Chico, Tenkan, Kijun, and Chico itself got two different techniques to use. So it's very, very useful for trend following. All right, any other questions? I'll just wait a few more. Other stocks. Let's see. Let me look at Infotech real quick. Infotech still new, not much data can be provided. Okay. Okay, can't tell us much. All right, I'll take this as a last question, Zachary. Can you use for gold trading? Yes, can. And in fact, the lecturer that will teach Ichimoku, the one from Singapore, he's an expert in Ichimoku. He teaches how to use it on stocks, Forex. He's an expert in Forex. Also, he'll teach how to use it for gold trading. All right, so that's the last question. And with that, I want to say thank you everyone for joining in on a Monday. The market is going to open soon. Recently, it's been interesting as election is coming in. So I hope you guys have learned something useful today regarding Ichimoku, the basic ideas, how to use it. And if you really want to learn more, not just for yourself, maybe you want to have your children to be future trader or professional analysts, then join the PCFTA course. So I'm Afnan. I'll see you next year in our class in January 2023. Bye-bye.
First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity, especially for the all lecturer today, Sifu Fred, Sifu Nicholas, Sifu Aiman. This is being a great pleasure for me to join this specifically on technical class. Right, as for your information, I'm also one of the practitioner in this industry. This class, this course actually give me a lot of new knowledge. Can give me a lot of new perspective and how I'm view on technical aspect. For information, I'm more prone on the fundamental side, mostly.
Hi everyone, if you want to be an expert in trading the financial markets or to be a professional in this line of work, join our professional certificate in financial technical analysis. This certificate course is a 3-month course. You will learn 30 proven modules to enhance your trading strategies. At the same time, we prepare you for the prestigious Diploma in Financial Technical Analysis exams from the UK, as well as the certified exams from the US. You will be in good company. What you will learn from this course is applicable to stocks, commodities, CFDs, Forex, cryptocurrencies, crude palm oil, index futures, and learn how to make profit from up and down markets. Here are the 5 reasons why you take this course. Number 1, deeper understanding of technical analysis and other indicators. Number 2, obtain a diploma in financial technical analysis from world-renowned organizations. Number 3, you might want to be employed in an international brokerage firm, unit trust, or bank. Number 4, you may want to teach technical analysis in universities or colleges. And number 5, you may want to be a renowned author like myself. Choose your learning modes, in-campus or online classes. Now, let me show you our track record since 2007. In 2018, we have a passing rate of 100% for the STA Paper 1 from our 19 intake students. Later in 2019, our students brought in a passing rate of 100% as well for both Paper 1 and Paper 2. Now, let me show you what the other benefits are for signing up with us. Benefit number 1, 13 powerful modules. We'll give you the hard copies and you can keep them, and this is worth 90,000 ringgit. Benefit number 2, you will have access to our TAD system for 6 months, and this is worth 60,619 ringgit. Benefit number 3, you will have access to my daily newsletter for 6 months, and this will help you in your trading. I will tell you which stocks to look out for, and this newsletter is worth 5,000 ringgit. Benefit number 4, you will get 2 advanced trading software, 1 the SI Station with TAD templates, and 2 the MetaTrader 4, and this is worth 25,000 ringgit. Last but not least, you'll be in our Telegram support group for 6 months, and we'll continuously support you with all the help that you need. It is worth 5,000. The value of this course is 185,619. You will have special discounts if you sign up now. So hurry up and register now. Contact our customer support at these numbers.